Hello everyone, Cesare here with more Final Fantasy XIV. We had to cancel last weekend, but not to worry, we're here today. We got Miro here, joining us of course. Just give us a wave, there's Dragoon in the background, in a Paisa house. Alright, I think this is one of my guildmates, I think this is Surya. Yep, hello. We are going to be doing a dungeon to start with today, and then because I haven't had a chance to work on the anima, we're not going to be going any further than that. Actually, we might have to go a little further than that. Depends on if they jump us to the next step or we have to talk to someone first. Either way. So we're going to start in Idleshire today. Hey, Mark! We're going to be going to a dungeon called Sohm again, except the difference of Sohm this time is it is hard mode, not story mode. But despite that, it's not all that hard. At least it shouldn't be. Other people can really make or break that view. Joining me, of course, is Wintrigue, or Piamet, as we know her.
Oh. I don't remember us canceling last week.
Yeah, I went to do paintball.
Oh, we got a new person in the guild.
Oh, yeah, that's Silas's friend. Alright, so this is the Gossamer Moogle. I don't know if there's any ladies to talk to, so I'll share screens anyway. The fires of Sohm. The Gossamer Moogle appears to be searching for someone.
Ah, you're Miro, aren't you? I found you at last, Kupo. Vidofnir asked me to come find you, and I've been searching high and low, near and far, Kupo. Do you know how difficult it is to look for someone while trying to stay unseen yourself? Well, never mind about that now. There are more important things to worry about, Kupo. Vidofnir was very insistent that I hurry you back to Sohm Summit as soon as possible, so, on your way, Kupo.
Right, well, my job here is done. I'll go on ahead and let Vidofnir know that you're coming.
See you there, Kupo.
Alright. We are going to be going to Vidofnir near the summit, which I assume that is in Churning Mist. Yes, okay. So we're going to teleport to the Churning Mist. Fuck. Okay. So, Mark, I know you're typically a World of Warcraft player, but this is the game that I spend most of my time playing now. Because it's Final Fantasy, it's FF14. This is Idleshire. We're now going to the Churning Mists. Where everything floats. And there's Vidofnir. Talk to the Gossamer Moogle.
Well, it's about time. Vidofnir was waiting for you, and it's hardly a good idea to keep a dragon waiting, Kupo.
Alright. Vidofnir.
Oh, it's me.
Yes.
The hours discharge thy duty admirably, child of Mugholm. And greetings to the warrior of warriors. Thou dost have my gratitude for thy hasty arrival. I have bid thee hence to Sohm to aid the quieting of these sacred grounds. One Nidhogg did meet his end, his minions quit the slopes of the mountain, and its once tranquil passages have become home to all manner of beastly intruders. And worse, the fires at the core of Somo rage and swell as if rolled by some unwelcome parasite. The spirits of our fallen will find no rest until this disturbance is calmed. Thus would I have thee descend onto mountains' depths and sweep clean Soma's stony halls. Would that I could perform the deed myself. Alas, my girth prevents ready passage through the caverns leading unto the mountain's molten hearts. Wilt thou accept this charge I lay upon thee? Thou art generous of spirit, child of man. Know that I shall sit not idly by whilst thou toilest within. Those winged nuisances whose screeches rend the air above the summit will soon learn of my displeasure.
I sincerely hope Vidofni never thinks of me as a winged nuisance. Anyway, good luck in there, Miro.
Sohm all hard, now accessible. Alright. So, let's see, who are we gonna invite here? We're gonna invite Piamet. Hello, silly. Would you be okay with inviting Silly? Assuming he wants to come along?
Yeah, he wants to go.
Alright.
I don't care. I'm Dark Knight though,
Yeah, that's fine.
because my sword.
Yep. So, Sohm hard. The fall of Nidhogg brought an end not only to the Dragonsong War, but also to the hierarchy of power that reigned upon Sohm. Bereft of its dreaded leader, the horde scattered to the four winds, leaving the dragon's sacred ground untended and unguarded. All manner of beastly intruders now skitter within, irresistibly drawn by the energies of bountiful crystal lodes, and the molten heart at the mountain's core beats with feverish intensity, as if seeking to expel some nesting parasite. Answer Vidofnir's plea, cleanse the stone halls of their infestations, and return Sohm to its former tranquility. Alright, so we're going to queue here once everyone's ready. Silly's ready, Piamet's ready. Good. Sohm. Commence.
I need to chug my coffee.
Alright, so this is Sohm hard. In the normal mode, you actually finish at this point. You don't start here. Throw up our fists of fire. So as a monk, Mark, I spend a lot of time just moving around the monster, getting into the right position. Because most of my abilities have positional bonuses to them. So if I hit it from the flank, I do more damage, or I put a debuff on them, or so forth. Various effects that are beneficial. This dungeon has also other special effects where you see these steam clouds that keep opening up orange circles under them. Well, if you put the monsters under them, like Tiamat's attempting to do right now, but they're being rude and not moving because they decided to cast, they'll get a debuff under them as well that increases their damage done to them. So that's pretty awesome. It's a way to help speed up the runs, I guess. Trying not to spin the camera so much, but as a monk it's rather difficult to do so. Back here, back. Monk had the unfortunate problem for the longest time in that our first attack was always very weak because it gets a bonus when you're in Oppo Oppo stance, but when you're not in combat, you're not in Oppo Oppo stance until right away. So our first hit was always kind of shit, but they changed that when they added in form change or form shift. Now you can start in Oppo Oppo stance. And what are the stances, you might ask? Well, Oppo Oppo stance, Raptor stance, and Tiger stance. And as you use an attack in each one, you shift from each stance. Well, it's not Tiger, it's Curl, but yeah. Okay, there we go. And the first boss, the Leighton Ward. He's not too bad. I don't know why our healer's standing in melee, but whatever. So when he uses Spore Sack, he throws out all these, like, well, Spore Sacks. You look for the big one, which is right over there, right across from him, and then you'd go to the other side of the room to avoid its explosion. Because that one does more damage based on proximity. And then he just does an AoE attack. He might put a slow on someone, like he's about to throw on to the silly. And then he'll throw out more Spore Sacks. Oh, there's our healer.
Silly healer, you don't have dark side, dark mind.
Indeed. Alright, so there's a belt that is actually better than what I'm wearing. Okay.
You can take this time to admire my weapon.
I don't think I'm gonna do that, but alright.
Oh, congrats on the upgrade.
Indeed. I've been spending all my poetics on stuff for my animal weapons, so.
Oof. Yours.
Alright, onwards to the latter parts of the dungeon.
I always get healers that are not good.
Yeah.
It's not the worst, but I'm pretty sure he doesn't have Esuna, and if he does, he doesn't know how to use it.
Monk's pretty awesome. They got a sort of Kamehameha wave where we jump into the air and blast the ground. Which is awesome, but it's also kind of dumb because if we can do that, why don't we use it for a ranged attack?
Because Monk doesn't get ranged abilities.
They don't have a single one.
Ever.
All they could do is have it be like Dragon Ball Z, where they throw like a little energy ball at someone.
That was like one really frustrating thing for me while leveling Monk, is that, God, I keep getting turned around. I'm so tired. That's
better than my current one.
I didn't even have an ability to like pull mobs with.
The samurai get a ranged ability? That's so weird.
Of course I do.
Life of Monk.
Even ninjas get
Yeah, ninjas get
several
knife throw.
ranged abilities, actually.
Yeah.
Get Raiton.
Raiton, Fuma Shuriken,
Dagger
Raiton,
throw.
technically Katal.
Suiton.
No, nobody uses Suiton.
I use Suiton. Chimichanga that shit.
Hyoton as well. Ah, it bothers me so much that you Chimichanga that shit.
What was that one like combo I did that you were like, I didn't want to know this.
You were like, Raiton, Chimichanga, Suiton, Trick Attack. And I was like, why?
Yes.
That
Yes,
is the
that's
worst.
what it was.
Well, it's not the worst, but it'd be
Don't
worse.
worry, I've gotten better about doing that. A lot better.
Because, I mean, I've Chimichanga Dotons before, just not on single target, thankfully.
Yeah.
Although I'm still confused as to why so many ninjas are using single target Doton on the current raid.
It does put heavy up, so there's that.
Yeah, but I don't know what value that would have for a boss that doesn't really move, and when he does move, it's instantaneous around the map.
You don't know that.
The 3 attack move?
You don't know this.
Where he's got 3 parts out? I mean, that would make sense if there's 3 targets you could hit. Oh, the 3
Yeah.
Jitsu. Oh, okay. Part of the 3 Jitsu things is you have to put out a Doton, I think.
Oh, what? Oh, I haven't done my level 70 quest, that's why.
Well, maybe not throw it. You may not have to throw out a Doton. It's just, as part of that, it becomes one of the best DPS, even single target. That makes sense. Shit, how the fuck that hit me? I was on the side. Okay. Okay, so this boss is a little different from other bosses. You have to actually watch what he's doing, kind of like the ones in Stone Vigil. Like there, he was gonna claw, and Tiamat stood in his claw to show you what happens when you stand in his claw.
Yeah, also to not move. Healer, please.
However, he breaks the mold a little. When he turns and starts glowing red like this, he starts doing this. And his claw now leaves a tornado effect there.
What the fuck? That's so
Which will
weird.
explode, so you don't want to stand too close to it. Now his tail
I
spin.
took no damage.
Now his tail attack hits all the way around him. He just does a big spin attack, which is kind of annoying, but
This is annoying because I'm like, I gotta position things for you guys. Duh. That's my job. I not rolled on this. No, I passed on this. This
Yeah, I
is
rolled
an
it.
upgrade for you, and no one's passed. Someone hasn't rolled.
yeah, I've rolled.
Oh. Miro.
It's all good.
Come on, dude.
Oh, I thought I got hit by that. Apparently I did not. Oh, claw.
Yeah.
Okay, and he'll do the charge. That doesn't really change during this phase, though. His breath attack changes massively, though. Claw.
Yeah. It seems like he just wants to keep slashing me, though, because I don't want to move much.
And more often than not, he does the tail spin. I don't know why he's doing the claw at you so much.
Yeah, so we didn't get to see the cool thing.
Oh well, it happens. Hey, I got my earrings. Alright. And I got the hat for some reason. Okay. Now this is a part of Sohm I don't really remember going through since we start outside it in normal mode, so I assume this is all new. Hey Nidhogg! How's it going? How's your internet connection been lately? I know you said you were having some trouble trying to stream some Destiny. Good to hear.
He didn't even reply. At least I'm aware I was getting hit, dude.
2 clear prisms. So for these upcoming mobs, we want to kill this blood of the mountain.
Yes.
After this pull, let me get sweep. Leg sweep.
Yeah, I have it, but
Well, there's
Maybe
more
more.
than one, yeah.
yeah.
Okay. Roll. I need to get rid of... I don't know what to get rid of for this. Let's get rid of this. And this. And I'll put that on F7. No, wait. Yeah, F7 side. What? You guys run past the treasure chest and you don't pick it up?
I thought I did. I'm kicking the not one.
The not one?
Yeah.
Okay.
God damn it. Fantastics. Oh my god, healer. Don't standing cleave. Please. Just had to spin them because the healer decided to stack on me.
Direct hit crits. Look at that.
Okay, so marking that one with 1, and then the not one I'll kick.
Okay.
I like how my kick is like literally a kick too.
Yeah, low blow. I always like how Dark Knight's got a kick to the face as their. Okay, Helldog. Like I said, send me a message and I'll check it out. Around 9 or so, I'm going to be doing Dragon Quest Heroes 2, so.
You mean Maple Story?
What? No, I don't. I literally mean Dragon Quest Heroes 2.
Or Maple Story?
Why would I do Maple Story?
Caution.
I don't even like that game. Alright, here's our end boss, the Fire Scorpion. One of the coolest looking models in the game when he lights up, I think.
You remember how this works.
Yeah, you run them into the cracks.
Yeah. People gotta stand on the cracks too. Hopefully the healer doesn't suck.
More often than not, it's the DPS who suck at this fight, so.
Oh,
Flying
not
press.
when I'm tanking.
That's on you, okay. So when he does flying press, basically what we're talking about is these little cracks on the ground here. They're rather distinctive. You run the boss to those cracks, because whatever one you're closest to, he
There.
he will damage or ignite with that lava pool. I always wonder why they picked this particular music choice for this boss. Because this fight music is pretty epic sounding, but this fight is not exceptionally epic.
It is if your group sucks.
I'm gonna launch it right under where you are now. Sorry, but that was the best spot for it.
It's fine. It is. I'm gonna turn him a little bit.
That's fine. So we got Hiss, where we gotta kill a bunch of...
And then let me tab to that one that kind of ran off. Sucks because I had my Salted Earth down too. It just like immediately fucked off. Like Tataro's. Tataro. Fuck, I'm tired. Carbuncle. Why?
I don't think this person knows how these work.
I know. They don't. Of course they don't. It's just such a bad fuck.
I'm gonna get hit with this.
Yay. Oh wait, I'm not commending them because they suck.
lava tube is no longer sealed. There we go, guys. We got our dungeon complete. That was Somal hard mode. So worth getting hit to get the kill. I actually wasn't my intent, but whatever. I knew I wasn't gonna die.
Limit
So.
break.
Yeah, it locks you into position, so I tend to move away.
And I hit 61.
And I have completed all 3 of those objectives.
And I did not get a commendation.
Okay, so I gotta take these materia to as is law. So we will return to Vidofnir at the summit first, and then we will go and do the Anima quest. No problem, mobs hate me. Or in this case, they don't, because they attack someone else. And you're supposed to have their hate.
It's like that meme, like, doctors hate her, you know? Because of those ads. Dermatologists hate her. Find out what local mom knows about shit.
Alright, Vidofnir, we're going to share screens with Pakamet so that she can give voice to your concerns. Or your pleasantries. You hate those ads? So do we. We make fun of stuff like that, as you can tell. Alright, here's Vidofnir, Pakamet.
Thou hast accomplished all I asked of thee, warrior of warriors. Through thine exploits, the ancient thing that did skitter in the mountain's core hath been excised, and the fires of Sohm seethe angrily no more. This holy place belongeth not only to the brood of Hraesvagr, but to all the dragons who roost within Dravania. It shall not be defiled while I yet draw breath. The Dragon Song War did take too many from us. Even those misguided kin who reveled in Nidhogg's vengeance deserve to find peace in the release of death. No matter the choices that set brood brother against brood brother, in the end we're all children of the Father of Dragons. Now that the war is over, I wish only that the souls of the fallen be spared the turmoil they suffered in life.
Vidofnir cares so deeply for her kin. Even those who mocked Hraesvelgr's brood for their decision to stay out of the war. I only wish that I could be so tolerant of my brothers and sisters when they disagree with my brilliant suggestions. Kubo. Such musings aside, I should thank you for helping to preserve the peace around here. We'll be sure to keep a sharper eye out for intruders creeping into Somal's caverns from now on. And I got the song for it.
Okay. Bale saws wall in a bit.
We're not doing any more Anima dungeons right now, are we?
I don't think we have to do Anima dungeons anymore. I think next is
Okay.
the light. But we are going to go turn in the quest.
Okay. Because, I mean, I'm on the same spot, but I have to, like, do some stuff.
Yeah, no, I'm pretty sure it's going to be light next.
Leaving the party.
Probably not a good
Gotta
idea to
fish.
try and stream. Oh no, what happened? Tachyon, Acilia. Alright, so I'm going to talk to Geralt here. There you are. Did you bring what I asked for? We brought him a magic bauble, a rare gemstone plucked from the crystallium in the heart of the lost city of Vandapur, an ancient magic poppet, a curious Charlayan poppet found in the rare tomes room in the Great Google Library, and a spectral magma, molten rock from the belly of Sohm, said to be possessed of preternatural power. Good work, lass, and none the worse for wear. Which is much more than I could say for His Highness here.
If you have time to waste on insults, then I take it we may assume work on the processing node is finished.
Repairs like that I can do with my eyes closed. Finished them ages ago. Just been waiting for you two to show up.
Excellent. At last we can commence our work on the new soulstone. I trust I can count on you for assistance once more.
Looks like you'll be busy with your new toys for a bit. In that case, reckon I'll go put back a few.
Gerald, I will not begrudge you a drink or two, as is your wont. Just promise me that the work will be done. With all the materials at hand, you could perform such a trifling task with your eyes closed, no?
Cheeky little... Fine. But you'd best hurry along with the soulstone, you hear?
Now then, let me explain our next course of action. First and foremost, I will need your help with creating the new soulstone. It is a rather involved process, but with your help I have no doubt everything will proceed swimmingly. Once finished, we will also need to ensure the anima is duly prepared for the transfer. Though not a complex procedure, it is without question the most vital. My most recent discovery, an etheric verification device, should prove quite useful here. But further explanations regarding that can wait until later. When you are ready to begin work on the soulstone, pray activate the processing node.
Okay, so this step here involves this processing node and the verification node over here. The processing node beep beep initializing. Please set desired parameters.
Well, it works. Give me a moment while I ready it in the node. There. All we require now are materials for the soulstone's creation, and for that I turn to your unrivaled talent for procurement. Now, if we are to preserve the anima, we cannot falter now. After all, there is yet another crucial step to be taken before the soulstone is complete. For that, we require the verification node. But let us not get ahead of ourselves, there is still much to do. You need not concern yourself with this device until we are finished with the processing node.
Okay. You can now accept the quest Some Assembly Required from the processing node. To continue progression in the quest Born Again Anima, you must complete the quest Some Assembly Required to obtain a new soulstone. So, I click on the verification node. Beep beep. Please present specimen for analysis.
So, Mira, what do you think? As fortune would have it, I happened upon this node when searching for salvageable materials to repair the processing node. It has the ability to analyze the ethereal composition of any object placed before it, a function crucial to our work. In order to transfer the animal's essence to the new soulstone, we must first sever the link to its present vessel. This is not without incredible risk. For you see, in the instant it becomes unbound, there is a danger that it will dissipate into the ether. Its life would be extinguished in the blink of an eye. After much research into the manipulation of ether, I learned of the means to preserve the animal long enough to complete the process. Etheric condensation. The anima is, after all, a creature composed entirely of condensed ether. If it were to be condensed further, it should prove robust enough to survive the transfer. Thanks to the anima weapon's treatment of ceruleum, I dare say its ability to absorb naturally occurring ether, thereby increasing the anima's density, is heightened. It is only a matter of reaching levels needed for our purposes. To that end, I would ask that you resume your feats of daring do and monitor the anima with this device. And it should indicate when the anima has reached sufficient density levels based on my estimates. When the anima is ready, return here and place its vessel in the verification node. I have programmed it to run a simulation of the transfer process based on the anima's density. When the verification node has confirmed the chance of failure is all but eliminated, we can proceed to the next phase of our plan.
Completing certain activities while equipped with your animal weapon will increase its etheric density. Please be advised that the etheric density cannot be increased when its durability is 0. By using the anima glass, it is possible to visually verify your progress. Okay, so what does that mean? That means we have to talk to the processing node real quick. Some assembly required. The processing node floats idly, waiting for commands. I'll explain more once we finish picking up this quest. Beep beep, verifying system parameters. System parameters verified. Beep. Please insert materials.
Ready to begin work on the soulstone. Excellent. Let us begin by going over the requisite materials. Now, it bears mentioning that mine is a new method of soulstone creation. Rather than taking an existing stone and enchanting it, we will fashion a composite of high-purity crystals. These crystals are common enough, and even I should be able to procure them. The catalyst for this process, however, will prove more elusive. A peculiar fusion of crystal and dark matter known as pneumite. It is essential to this unique form of soulstone synthesis. Unfortunately, I know not how or where one might obtain it. I've only seen a single specimen in my master's laboratory, and though it pains me to admit it, I never thought to inquire after its origins. I am afraid I must turn to your adventurous resourcefulness to acquire the pneumite we require. By my calculation, we will need no less than 15 to ensure a successful fusion. It is no easy task, but it is the only way to make our soulstone. I knew I could count on you. When you have the requisite pneumite, return here and load them into the processing node. Good luck, Miro.
The pneumite requested by Adasha can be obtained through various means. Speak with other players and share information and discover how to find it. Okay, so I'm going to be honest, I didn't speak to another player about how to find it. I just went and checked the vendors in Idleshire, and there was.
Hello, and the Grand Company.
Yeah, I never checked the Grand Company. I just went to Idleshire and was like, there it is. All right, I'm done.
Whoop, there it is.
Indeed. All right, so let me turn off share screen for now. Shadow Dry Sand, thank you for the host. Hello. How you doing today? So yeah, what we do here is we go all the way over here. We gotta collect 15 Numite. Not sure I have the ability to do that, but we're gonna find out.
Yeah, you do.
I'm doing excellent. I almost overslept today, but then I was like, nah, I gotta get up.
I overslept.
That's not the one I want. I want special harms. That's what I want. Alright. So, okay, so I have enough to get 5 of them. Perfect.
Caught my sunglass.
Okay, so we're gonna stop the recording there.